Cancer, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late January, moving into February 2024. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business, as always, and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's happening for the lovely Cancerians out there. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going here, my guides. Talk to me. What do we got for the Cancerian collective as we are in the early stages of Aquarius season? Hope everything's well. But yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card, then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Cancer. Please, late January, early February. What's going on for my friends? Okay, there we go. All right, complex card here. Lots of people. And we're going to have to talk about this. You see the imagery there, and it could also link into the internet for some reason as well. But there's a lot of people and a lot of energetic influence that we're seeing right here up front. And this card can be a little bit complex. But before we fully go into that and start dissecting it, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the January subscriber surprise towards the end. So you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk a bit about this card. So when we see the imagery here, you see that man, that woman, they're up front and center. There's pictures of various different people. Even in the background, there's more people. Okay, so whether this is a lot of people's energies affecting you, that could be a big thing. We could be speaking about a group collective of people, like work, like family, things like that, could be highlighted in this time. But the fact that there are so many people in this card does tell me that you might be extra sensitive to the energy of those around you. Now, I know I have a lot of water sign placements myself, that Cancers are very in tune with the energy of those that are very close to them and even their surroundings. So in this time, just know that your energetic sensitivity could very much be heightened. And this card could be saying like, yeah, there's just a lot happening. Okay, so whether the energy is affecting you or whether it's just other people, it's a very busy bee type of energy, okay? Now, I do also link it to the internet, right? Because it kind of looks like an old school form of Facebook right there. So for some of you, maybe you're trying to cut back on the social media. Maybe you need it for business, whatever it might be. There is something about the internet here as well. So do with that what you will. Let's get into tarot. And I always say the first card over here doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 cards in the upright. Then we'll get into the intuitive juiciness. So let's see what's happening, my guides. Talk to me. What do we got? Late January, early February for the Cancers. While we get the deck ready and shuffled up, let's talk about last week's reading, my friends. It was intriguing, to say the least. The reading was titled Someone's Watching You. All right, now, the main gist of what we were seeing last week was someone being under the microscope. Didn't just mean that someone's keeping eyes on you. Maybe there was someone you were keeping an eye on, right? There could have been someone that you're keeping tabs on from a distance, or that could be vice versa. And that energy could still bleed over into the coming days and weeks, so keep that in mind. But we're going to see what's coming up for you this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone, so only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or someone that you're linked to. So let's get it going here. 3 cards for Cancer to start us off nice. What do we got for my friends? Thank you. Page of Swords. So just as I was saying it, we have the Watcher of the tarot deck. So that energy is still absolutely sticking around, and we'll look into that a little more. That page, could also be communication. I find that so funny that we were literally talking about that in last week's reading, and it's still here. It's not stopping. All right, it's still in the mix. Let's get a couple more. All right, Knight of Swords, lots of sword energy, lots of mental energy here. Could have a lot on your mind. I'll put that down right there. Let's get one more out of here for you, and we'll start piecing this together. Thank you. Okay, we got the World here. So much powerful energy. And the funny thing about the World card is, out of the tarot deck, that's my card of the internet and the world at large itself. So I can't wait to read through this, Cancer. Let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get into the juicy intuitive stuff. But if you kindly look in the box, first look, first glance, let's talk about it. We have 2 people. So remember I was saying we have the people. They're still showing up here as well, especially with the World card on the back end. Elementally, we have an abundance of air energy with the swords. Now, air can speak about communication, could also speak about the thought process. So when I see like the Knight of Swords, the Page of Swords, the World, could just have a lot on the mind. Watch for anxiety, nervousness, just thinking a lot, like rapid fire thoughts. Remember, this could be someone else too, like just a lot happening. But let's go through piece by piece and really start to build this out. Because even though these two are of the same family, there's some slight differences, right? The Page isn't as matured as the Knight. So there might be somebody, there's an age difference or a maturity difference in what you're dealing with. But position number one, the Page of Swords, our good pal. So as with all pages that can represent new things, new cycles, it's a card of youth. So it could be someone younger than you. It could even be a child showing up here. It could be an air sign. It could be so many different things. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And the Page of Swords, as with all pages, are communicators, and they're messengers, and they're students. So whether you're learning new things, jumping into new things and absorbing new information, but this could literally be a talk. The thing with the Page, it could be very defensive. Out of all the pages, the Page of Swords is like super defensive, very skeptical. So you might have your guard up. And once again, just to drive the point home, the Page of Swords is the watcher of the tarot deck. So there might be somebody you're keeping tabs on. Could be someone keeping tabs on you. Second week in a row. Moving to the center, this is where the energy does start to shift and change a little bit. Now, the Knight of Swords it does have the similarities with the Page. Could also be an aggressive energy, air sign energy once again. And this Knight is all about forward movement, forward momentum, action. Okay, and that could be very good. It could represent change and things shifting and actions being taken. The Knight can be aggressive though. Now, Knights are also messengers, so we could be possibly having a communication, a talk, a back and forth. Communication is very much heightened here within this week's reading. But the Knight of Swords is going towards something like a rocket. This is very fast. It's extremely sudden, very powerful. Now, if this is just action in general, maybe you're just traveling, maybe there's a situation with distance, or you're wanting to make a move towards something, the Knight of Swords can be very conflict-based as well. So it could represent anger, frustration, things like that. So we're not going to lean towards that too much. It is what it is. We'll find out when we clarify it. I'm kind of getting the vibe that it's someone making a move of some sort. So we'll dig into that further. Now, getting on to the back end, let's get this Knight in here as good as possible. It's not as easy as it looks, my friends, I promise. We have the World card, one of the most powerful, complex cards in the whole entire deck. Now, in the Major Arcana, this is the very last one. So a lot of readers just boil this card down to saying, yeah, this is an ending. It's a chapter closing. I feel like there's a lot more depth in this card than that. And it does, yeah, it could mean things ending. It could mean chapters closing and new ones reopening. That could be a very good thing. It's karmic in nature, so it could represent karmic situations, karma in general, the cycles of life that we're all dealing with. And it's just very, very powerful. It's like unstoppable type of energy. And as I was mentioning a little earlier, the world to me could represent the world itself. World events. You might be paying extra attention to what's going on in the world today. Could be affecting you in a very big way. Spirit could be telling you to like, hey, maybe don't let that energy affect you too much. I mean, I guess it depends on where you live and what's happening there. But this card is world events and also the internet, the literal world, right? And the internet is our connection to the world. That's why you could hear me from New Jersey right now. But we're going to have to look into all this further. I'm going to put the world down right there. And yeah, Cancer, I want to dive deeper on all of it. So let's do it. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here for my Cancerians. See what's happening, my gods. And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Page of Swords. Oh, and yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Cancer, you can drop it right down in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, so let's get it going here. You won't offend me, my friends. You know, there's a lot of fantastic Cancerian readers out there. You got the gift. So what's up with this Page of Swords? Thank you. Oh, the King of Cups, a.k.a. Kyle of Cups himself, without a beard, having a drink, but he is in reverse. Ooh, okay. Yeah, this is a salty type of energy here, my friends. So yeah, once again, I feel like this is a very straightforward message. The King of Cups is not gender specific, and it is one of the cards that represent you. So the fact that it's in reverse under this Page of Swords, there might be somebody you're ignoring. There could be somebody that you're not wanting to speak to right now, or vice versa. They might not be wanting to speak to you. There's some issues in regards to communication with you and another person. Or this is somebody that is angry, upset, or mad. Like, that's a vibe I'm picking up here, especially with the King of Cups in reverse. Because remember, kings represent control of their respective suit. We love the King of Cups around here. It's also a card of romance and creativity. But he is the controller of the cup suit, the romance, love, and emotion. When he's in reverse, watch out type of energy. So could this be a warning? Possibly. You know, it could be a warning about someone's emotional state. There might be someone you're connected to where emotionally they're in a very difficult spot right now. So this could be an emotional warning of some sort. But I'm still picking up those communication issues, and I want to see what's up with this Knight of Swords, because it feels like there's a little blockage in the energy here. This Knight might be trying to bash it down. Right? So if you're having issues with someone, there's a determination there in the center. But yeah, there is somebody that they might be a little bit bitter, right? Bitter or angry or mad, one or the other. Let's keep moving over to the Knight of Swords. We're not going to waste too much time right there, right? What can you do? Like, you can't control how someone else is feeling towards you or about you, right? A lot of you might just be thinking like, what I do? I don't do nothing to nobody. But let's see what's up with that Knight of Swords. See why that Knight is here. Because remember, that Knight's aggressive too. Why is that Knight of Swords there? Thank you. Okay, yeah, so we have another page. Cancer. There are so many people here. And just like I was saying, like, yeah, this one's like trying to ignore, not really talking. This one's just bashing it down. So there's just people from front to back in this whole damn reading for you this week, Cancer. You're going to be much more popular than you normally are in the coming days and weeks. I do say that, yeah, there might be someone like they're coming towards you, like here they come again, or here it comes, one or the other, because this energy is just moving, like it's swirling, it's moving. We have this little blockage here in the center, and this will not be stopped. Notice, from the very beginning, all the people, 4 of the 5 cards, people, the world itself, society, people, the world itself. So, like, your reading this week is more connected to the collective than it is to yourself. So I need to give that message again. Yeah, there's someone coming at you quick, energetically, at the very least. They want to talk. They got something they got to say. So this could be an important talk, or like I said, here it comes, or here they come. It's right here in the mix. But it's an energy that does not want to be stopped. And another thing I'm picking up is just overwhelming. You really need to protect your energy in the coming days and weeks, okay? So whether it is in revolving to the world itself and world events or other people, you could be highly affected by the energy of other people, and there's so many of them here. So for a lot of you, whatever things or situations you're dealing with, there could be more people involved than you really think. So let's keep moving over to the world. See what's up. Wouldn't be shocked if we get another court card, to be honest with you. So we have air, we have water, we have fire, we have almost the whole damn zodiac here. Maybe we'll get a Pentacles one now. So let's see why the world's in the mix. So yeah, could be an important talk or someone coming at you. So let's see what's up with the world. Why is the world here? Okay, thank you. Surprise, surprise, we have another court card, my friends. And this is just almost mind-boggling to me at this point, Cancer. I don't think I've ever had a spread like this. And I've seen spreads with a lot of court cards before, but yours is literally all people, even with the world there. We have the King of Wands in the upright, kind of facing down this Page of Wands, right? I feel like there could be someone that's a little bashful and shy. All right, that's just for a small portion of you. But when I see the King of Wands, sure, you could be ending something as well. And another thing I'm picking up here, Cancer, there could be something you're rejecting in this time. And I'll explain why. I'll give you my feelings and thought process why. The King of Wands obviously isn't a Cancer card. It's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But we all embody these energies from time to time. The King of Wands is very entrepreneurial and action-oriented. So when I see it under a card like this world, you could be making the move to either end something or reject it, whether it's all the energy of all these people. Like, there could be a big rejection or an ending, and it could be coming from your side. Okay, so whether it's a behavior, whether it's a person, whatever it might be, you could be making a choice to say, all right, enough, that's enough of that, or I'm rejecting that. Okay, so remember, once again, thought process, behavior, or an actual person, it's up to you. But it's just people, and more people showing up in your spread this week. So just know, I know I already said it several times, you could be extra susceptible to the energy of other people, okay, and what they're putting out there into the world. So do with that information what you will. Let's go through and do a quick little recap here, Cancer, because there's a lot happening, there's a lot going on, and obviously with the way this spread came out, it's not all yours, right? This isn't all your energy. Like, so this reading in general might just be about other people mostly. But position number 1, Page of Swords, King of Cups in reverse, could still be someone keeping tabs or watching you. Whatever, that's their business. There could be someone that's a little bitter, a little angry, a little salty. Could be issues with communication. However, we move to the center. Here it comes type of energy. This is someone that does not want to be denied and will not be denied. It's like, no, yeah, there is no ignoring this. You won't ignore me. And it's just very forceful type of energy. So it could be an important talk of some kind, or it's just someone pushing that energy in like heavily. On to the back end, we have the World with the King of Wands in the upright. You might be choosing to put an end to something, whether that's a behavior, a situation, person, you know. But once again, I'm getting a rejection. Like, because to me, all this on the back end feels like it's rejecting all the previous energy. So there might be certain things you're just rejecting right now. So please take a screenshot. If you want to look into the meanings of all these different court cards, we got the whole family here. Let's get you a shadow card now, Cancer. Now that's a first. I'm going to take a screenshot of that spread. So yeah, I'm going to see what's in the shadows for you, my friends. And yes, I always like to pull a shadow card at the very end just to see what it might be. Whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. A shadow card doesn't always have to be a bad thing. We're hoping for anything but a court card at this point, right? Let's see what we have for Cancer in the shadows. Oh, and yes, if you made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments down below. No pressure, obviously, but it's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love and appreciation for all my channel members. So let's get it going here. What do we got in the shadows? So many people. Okay, finally, we don't have a card that represents people, but it's a card of the moon. This is a card that links to Pisces. I also link it to the Cancer collective because it is your ruling luminary. Cancers are ruled by the moon. So when I see this card, especially in the shadows, it is a card that belongs in the shadows, right? When we see this, it's a subtle energy. It's a subtle card. It's psychic, very intuitive. And that's something I've been saying since the very beginning. The very first card is that you could be energetically in tune or more heightened than normal, which is kind of scary because Cancers in general are very heightened individuals anyway. And I'm picking it up again. So it's like Spirit is just pounding these messages home for you this week. Now, the moon itself, if this isn't another person showing up, it could just represent things that you don't see, things that you don't know. So when this comes up as a shadow card, Spirit could be saying like, hey, Cancer, things are going to be popping up. Just brace for it. Be ready for it. Doesn't mean it has to be bad, but the moon is a big card of mystery. Okay, so just know there could be various things popping up for good, bad, or indifferent. Just expect the unexpected. But yeah, the sensitivity, that's just very, very powerful throughout the reading. So take from that what you will, my friends. But yeah, Cancer, that's what I have for you this week. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details, the January subscriber surprise. For the January subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful Tarot of the Owls Tarot deck. It's one of my favorite new decks out there. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things, as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments what are one of your biggest goals for this year that we just entered into. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, I'll announce the winners in my community tab at random. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you again soon.